Good morning. Today is Monday, May 22nd, 2017. Rosie and I are on her walk with her new, smaller harness. She's doing well in it. It's kind of snug, but the other one is just really loose. We've seen about 5 police cars go by slowly, not with sirens on, so it must be shift change here in Helena. I'm going to talk to you today about what does Newton's first law of motion have to do with being a hottie, and specifically achieving those BHAGs. So I'm a business guy, majored in business in college and took all of 3 science classes, never did well in science. But what I do remember is Newton's first law of motion says that a body at rest will stay at rest unless it's acted on by an outside force. And a body in motion will stay in constant motion in a straight line unless acted on by an outside force. So I'm going to take some liberties with this. Now I know this is stretching this, but what does that have to do with those BHAGs? And if you don't know what a BHAG is, go listen to episode 45 of the Fitness Show and you'll know what it is. But specifically, so many hotties are sharing their BHAGs and it's amazing. I love that. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled to be a part of this because I want to be a part of helping you achieve your BHAG. So how does this apply to Newton's first law? All it takes is one small action to get going. Either way, if you're at rest, which many of us were at rest towards achieving these BHAGs, one small push, one nudge gets you moving towards that goal. If you're in motion towards your goal, so let's say that's the exact formula for weight loss and you're doing great with it, you're going to stay in that motion. Once you get in the flow, you're going to stay in motion towards doing that unless you're acted on by something outside. If you get demotivated or whatever happens. But with these big, hairy, audacious goals, all it takes is one step. And Fitz has awoken so many sleeping giants, and I loved it. This has just been one of my most favorite podcast episodes of hers because it is so amazing. I love motivational stuff, if you can't tell. And this is just one of her best. This is solid gold, and I love it. And it's just got so many of us moved to action. So many of us have shared those big, hairy, audacious goals, and that's awesome. I love being a part of that. And that's step 1. That's being acted on by that outside force of Fitz. What I want to challenge you all to do is to continue that constant motion. Don't become at rest. So if you've shared that big, hairy, audacious goal, awesome. Keep going towards the goal. If you haven't shared your big, hairy, audacious goal, share it because we want to be a part of it. Now, the thing is, if you've shared it already and you know what your goal is, take those first steps. For example, if your goal is to run a full Ironman or do a full Ironman in 2018, get your training plan together and start your training right now. If your goal is to be in a play, Elise, or take a dance class, Kiki, the first step is to go find where those classes are or where that play is that you can be a part of and take those steps to do it. So take those steps, take those first steps. You don't have to achieve that big hairy goal overnight because it's a big hairy audacious goal. It's not something we can do overnight. If it was easy, we wouldn't do it because hotties don't settle for the minimum. Take those steps to achieve those big hairy audacious goals starting right now. If it's to lose weight, stick to the exact formula today. Whatever that goal is, take that step to remain in motion, or if you've been at rest, take that first step to go in motion. Y'all have a great day. I see I've gone long, sorry. Get to work.